Page 567, a survey of art careers in business environments. There are a variety of exciting and challenging art careers in the business world for you to choose from. The following brief overviews will give you an insight into the working environment and the skills needed for each career. You may want to do further research on the professions that interest you. Graphic design. Graphic designers solve visual problems by using the elements and principles of art. These visual problems typically include creating designs for product advertisements, packaging, brochures, and letterheads for businesses or corporations. You can find graphic designers in television and movie studios, department stores, advertising agencies, and magazine publishing houses. If you look at your shoes, jackets, and shirts, you will probably see a logo, the graphic design that identifies the product of a specific manufacturer. One branch of this field is computer graphic design. The use of computers have revolutionized the graphic design industry in the areas of lettering, planning, compositions, and special effects. Computers are an effective tool for companies that need a quick, cost-efficient means of production. Images on a computer screen can be altered quickly and easily, and then multiplied to generate special effects. The computer graphic designer must have a strong foundation in the fundamentals of graphic design in order to use the computer effectively. You can prepare for a career in graphic design by taking drawing, painting, designing, business, and computer educational courses in high school. It is also a good idea to visit industries and businesses that use computer systems to make labels and graphics for their products. Industrial design. Industrial designers design functional products for public and private use. The artist begins with a basic sketch for a product, then develops specific designs at each stage of development until the final product has been approved. Next, a model is made from the designer's drawings, and the model is passed on to the manufacturer for production. Today, computers are widely used in this field. They allow designers to visualize multiple viewpoints of the product before a model is created. There are 5 stages of development that most industrial designers go through while working on an idea. Number 1, problem recognition. The first step in product design is to study the request by a manufacturer for a new product. What form should the product take? Has the manufacturer specified that the product be a certain size or color, or that it appeals to a certain age group? Are there cost restrictions established by the manufacturer? Page 572. Number 2, product research. The next step is to analyze existing models of the product, decide what can be improved or changed to make this version more functional and more attractive for the consumer. How should the form be improved? Are the colors or textures of the product appealing? Are the object's parts safe and durable? Do they hold up under extensive use? Number 3, visual brainstorming. The third step is to produce quick sketches of the new product design. These sketches should be of different viewpoints, special features, and details of the proposed product. Number 4, product decision. The next step is to decide on the one new design that should be considered for the final product. This might involve soliciting ideas and suggestions from colleagues as to which idea is most aesthetically or functionally pleasing. Any changes in form, color, or parts must be made during this step in preparation for the final plan. Number 5, product completion. The last step is to complete the final drawings. At least 3 different viewpoints of the product should be shown. These viewpoints are selected based on how well they show the different parts or special features of the product. The completed drawings are then passed on to a designer who produces a prototype model of the product. This prototype is used as reference during the manufacturing process. If you are considering a career in the field, take drawing, painting, three-dimensional design, sculpture, and ceramic classes. If your school has an industrial technology department, courses in drafting will also prepare you for the industrial design. Advertising art. The job of the advertising artist is to create visual images that will persuade the public to purchase a product or patronize a business. Advertising artists design television commercials, magazine advertisements, and billboards for consumer products or community events. Sometimes an advertising agency will be in charge of producing an entire promotional campaign, from the original layouts for a newspaper advertisement to television commercials and billboard displays. High school drawing and painting courses will help you build your skills in representational art, shading, and human figure renderings, which are foundational in advertising field. Since written words are often a part of the advertising designs, completing illustrations or logo activities involving lettering techniques will also be beneficial. Package design. The package designer creates containers for products. The designer must use three-dimensional design skills in order to make a container that will fit the form or parts of the product. The exterior of the package must also show the name of the product in a way that will catch the eye of the buyer. Sometimes package designers have to create a package that is durable so that it can be shipped to the selling points. Such packaging must be carefully designed so that more than one product can be shipped in a box. Other packages are designed to hold food that may be fragile or difficult to wrap, such as milk or eggs. The artist begins the design process by creating quick sketches of the products and possible containers. The manufacturer or inventor of the product is often consulted for feedback on the design. A model is typically made to check for any problems that may occur during the production of the package. Page 573. Take design, sculpture, or ceramic courses in high school to prepare you for working with three-dimensional problems. Practicing different lettering, drawing, and painting styles will prepare you for designing labels and other ways to communicate the package contents to the consumer. Interior design. Interior designers plan the interior spaces of homes, businesses, schools, or industries. The designer must consider floors and wall spaces, furniture arrangement, lighting designs, and display areas. The interior designer sometimes assists the client in selecting fabrics, floor coverings, kitchen and bathroom appliances, antiques, and artwork. If you are interested in interior design as a career, drawing, painting, and art history courses would be excellent preparatory courses. The home economics department in your high school may also offer a textile or fabric construction class that would introduce you to the diversity of materials available to the designer. Entertainment and media industries. The public spends many hours of leisure time going to movies and watching television. The demand for new forms of entertainment has resulted in a need for professions in computer arts, animation, set design, costume design, and special effects. The person who coordinates the activities of set and costume designers, graphic artists, and lighting technicians is the art director. An art director must have some knowledge of each career involved in film and theater productions. Film animation is a career within the entertainment and media industry. Film animators begin the animation process by creating storyboards for movies. Storyboards show the frame-by-frame sequence of events for a movie. Animators work with film soundtrack producers and the art director's vision about the visual appearance of the animated characters in the movie setting. Storyboards are also used for live-action films. They were invented by the Disney Studios during the 1930s and soon became standard practice in the industry. An important person in television production is the television graphic artist. Television graphic artists may serve in a variety of capacities for the studio. They design promotions for advertising campaigns, create sets for game or talk shows, and invent new logos for the station. Professionals in this specialty must be familiar with electronic equipment and computer graphic capabilities for special effects. Preparing for a career in the entertainment and media industries can begin with while you are in high school. Drawing, painting, design, and computer classes will provide you with beginning experiences in creating television or film graphics. Communication classes such as speech, drama, or television production will help you understand the diversity of careers involved behind the scenes. Set and costume design for the theater. The art of creating sets and scenic designs for theater productions dates back to early Greece, when plays were staged for aristocratic and government leaders. Stages were built and costumes were designed to enhance the visual effects of the drama being presented. These traditions continue today in school, local, and national theater productions. Scenic designers. Scenic designers translate the vision of the playwright into a stage setting. The designer works closely with the play and lighting directors throughout the construction of the sets. Scenic designers oversee the building of the set, from the preliminary drawings to the finished scene. Costume designers. The costume designer also works with the director, scenic designer, and lighting director to bring a play to life on stage. Drawings are made, evaluated, and revised before each costume is finalized. If the play is set in a particular period in history, the designer must research the clothing of that era to ensure authenticity of the designs. Once the designs have been finalized and approved, the drawings are passed on to the production shop of the theater, where experienced clothing construction personnel make the costumes. If you are interested in set or costume design for the theater, become involved in high school or community theater productions, take drawing, painting, and three-dimensional design classes. Home economics courses in sewing and clothing construction will give you foundational skills in costume production, fashion design, and fashion illustration. Fashion designers create styles in clothing and accessories. They experiment with textiles, colors, and patterns to make new and exciting fashions for consumers. Accessory designers create new designs in eyeglasses, jewelry, shoes, and scarves, among other items. Fashion illustrators draw the plans of the designer for catalogs, magazines, and store advertisements. Manufacturers also rely on these drawings in order to produce the new clothing and accessories. If you are considering a career in fashion illustration, practice drawing the human figure, hands, and facial features. The rules of proportion for fashion illustration are usually different from those used in drawing representational human figures. Take clothing construction or the history of fashion through your school's home economics department will help prepare you for the world of fashion design. Illustration. The artwork of the illustrator can be found in textbooks, children's books, magazines, newspapers, and on book jackets. Let's take a closer look at several types of illustration careers. Book and textbook illustration. A book illustrator is responsible for the visual images that accompany a text. The illustrator works closely with the authors and editors to capture in visual form the pertinent emotions and events described by the written word. Textbook illustrators create diagrams, charts, or drawings of objects needed to illustrate educational material. Editorial cartoons and comic strips. The editorial cartoonist analyzes and illustrates public attitudes towards issues in society. Editorial cartoonists identify and exaggerate the dominant characteristics of public officials. The artist usually has a limited compositional space in order to make a social statement. Thus, each feature, expression, or gesture is vital to the cartoon's success. The comic strip artist works for a local or national newspaper. Cartoons that are published nationally are called syndicated cartoons. A story is usually told within a few frames, or it may appear as a drama that unfolds over several days. If you enjoy drawing cartoons, drawing classes will help you learn how to capture the facial characteristics and body positions of cartoon characters. Studies in the language arts will give you experience in expressing emotions and situations through words. Medical illustration. Medical illustrators produce renderings of the external and internal parts of humans and animals, such as tissues, organs, skeletal systems, and cells. Medical illustration is a highly specialized field. These illustrators must have technical drawing ability in order to render accurately aspect of anatomy. These illustrations are used as references for medical doctors and for public education. Medical illustrators work for hospitals, medical centers, public health agencies, pharmaceutical companies, and medical textbook publishers. Others produce illustrations for veterinary schools or research groups needing charts and educational materials. Since medical illustrations are also used as references during medical procedures, they must accurately represent biological parts. The illustrator should have some knowledge of science, biology, and anatomy. If you are interested in medical illustration as a career, take advanced science classes while in high school. Volunteer to work at your local hospital or medical center to familiarize yourself with the atmosphere and the personnel associated with the field. Obtain biology or medical books from the library and practice drawing illustrations in order to understand the skill and precision that the field demands. Court artists. The court artist is usually employed by television stations or newspapers to capture the drama of court proceedings. Court artists are used when cameras are not allowed in the courtroom to film the proceedings. The court artist must be able to analyze the features and gestures of court participants quickly and transfer them to paper. Pastels are often used by court artists because pastels can be easily blended and cover the paper surface quickly. To prepare for a career as a court artist, you should spend time learning how to draw the human figure and accurate facial features. Practice working under pressure. Architecture. An architect designs the interior and exterior structures of home and buildings. Architects create elevational drawings which show the height dimensions of the building. They also produce aerial drawings which are plans for the placement of the building in the landscape as one looks down at it. Architects also design the interior spaces of homes, schools, churches, and businesses.